Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about another practice tactic that can make practicing easier and more efficient. So, what I want to talk about today is a thing called, I'm going to teach you how to supermetricize a rhythm. Now, supermetricize might sound like it would be really complicated, but it's actually pretty easy. And it basically just means half speed, right? And it's basically taking a pulse and making it twice as long as it is. So for our example here, we're going to use this rhythm. So I know this is backwards, but we have 4/4, and we have two measures of quarter notes, right? So let's say we had a song or a piece in band we're working on that's pretty fast. So if we played that, we would have, let's say, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Now that might be pretty quick, and it's too fast for you to put. Ooh, just kicked my music stand there. Sorry about that. But so yeah, that might be too fast. So we're going to talk about a way where we can take this rhythm and make it half the speed it is without using a metronome. So let me do some doodles here. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand, baby, kiss me. Okay, so that is that rhythm. This rhythm right here with eighth notes is this rhythm that has been supermetricized. So as we can see, we have in the first example 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 notes. Down here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. We still have eighth notes, or 8 notes that are eighth notes. So I'm going to talk you how we got there, how we supermetricized that first rhythm. So our first rhythm was like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So we have our pulse there, right? And that is a downbeat. Right now, that's our quarter note. But what we're going to do to supermetricize it, when we get to that, we're going to add in a half or an and between every number, right? So I'm going to do that for you now to show you how to do that. So it would be 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and then we add in our eighth. So it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Now you'll notice when we shifted between the quarter notes and the eighth notes, the pulse stayed the same. Kind of like we talk about, the rhythm never changes, or the pulse never changes. Excuse me. I messed up my little drawing. So it's kind of like we talk about in band sometimes, where the pulse never changes, but the rhythm can change, right? So our pulse always stayed the same. The only thing that changed was the rhythm we're counting with. So, and here is how you make it half speed. So I'm going to go through that process again. So I'm going to start off with quarter notes, then turn them into eighth notes, right? But keeping the pulse constant the whole time. Ready? So 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and keep that going. So when we have our eighth notes really solid, we can stop counting that and, right? We can stop counting that middle note. So I'll give you an example of what that looks like. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right? So, as you might have been able to tell, we started with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that second part I just did was our end product, which is half speed from where we started, right? So that's pretty much how you do that. You start with your quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Add in your eighths, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you take out the eighths, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Magically, you're at half speed. So, I want to talk really quick about why we do this above other ways to practice. So, what musicians have done for a really long time, when they had something really fast, they would, let's say we're playing something that's that speed, let's say that's the pulse. What they would do is they would drop the metronome really low. So instead of, we would have, and they would work it at that speed until they got it. Then they'd bump it up a little bit, and they'd get it at that speed, they'd bump it up a little more, and get it, a little more and get it, a little more and get it, right? That's actually not a great way to go about it, because as we know, muscle memory is really important in music. We see a note, we think a note, we play a note, right? And what we found through research is that every time you bump up the metronome, your brain has to redo your muscle memory at every new speed. And by supermetricizing and keeping the pulse constant, just switching what you're counting by, we keep the same pulse, and it helps our brain form the connection, right? So that is the main thing I wanted to talk about in this video. If you have any questions, post them in the discussion board below. And if you don't have any questions, still post in the discussion board below, because I would like to know how you plan to use the aspects of practice, the tactics for practice we talked about these past 2 days to help you when you practice, because I know you practice, and if you don't, you should. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. Have a super groovy weekend. Try to stay warm, and I will see you Monday. Bye-bye.